Saying that there are worse people than you doesn't make you invisible. You are still hurting people. Most murderers don't have what you have. Nearly 60,000 subscribers you can manipulate. You are even inspiring people to be hateful. I used to be one of those people. I originally wasn't going to talk about this because it just seems really exhausting to talk about. And second of all, it's about one specific person. And I don't usually talk about one specific person unless they do me wrong directly, like that art thief that got more attention for my art than me. I'm not going to mention her name again because that's done. That's over with. The damage is done. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I've actually wanted to say something about it for years. But it's been years and this is still going on. So I've been following somebody. I found her through some My Little Pony videos that she made. They're actually reading videos, and this series follows after Cupcakes. If you already know who I'm talking about just from that hint, then you probably know I'm talking about someone by the name of Reitanna Seishin. I actually enjoyed her series for a while, and this situation has nothing to do with her content. It's about her as a person. And it makes me sick. I quickly started losing respect for her. The way she spoke. In years later, 2020, she still does it. And it's worse. I used to be subscribed to her. I unsubscribed to her about a year or two ago. But every few months or so, I still check up on her channel to see if she made a new... This series is called Muffins. To see if she made a new Muffins video, or to see if she became nicer, to see if she grew up. She's almost 30 years old, but she still needs to mentally grow up, and you'll see why. I'm not going to talk about every single thing wrong with her, because she's done hundreds. She's touched every single sensitive topic known to man. Sexuality, abusive relationships, politics, suicide, every sensitive topic you can think of, and she's insulted so many people. Oh, religion too, I forgot. And she has so much to say about every single one of those topics, and it's usually not good. For instance, she was recently called out for saying it's somebody's fault for falling for an abusive relationship and getting stuck in that relationship and being raped. She recently, quote-unquote, apologized for it, screaming at the top of her lungs and crying. In one of her new videos, you can't see it now. She apologized for saying that it was the girl's fault for being raped. But what people haven't pointed out yet was that she still blames her for falling for the relationship at all. I've never been in an abusive relationship or a relationship at all because I'm just not interested. But my sister has been in quite a few, more than one abusive relationship. She was verbally, emotionally abused, and even physically abused. As a kid, I used to think it was easy. I would constantly try to say, hey, why are we still in contact with this guy? I haven't seen that guy in years, fortunately. She wanted to be loyal. She wanted to help him with his anger issues. You know, that kind of relationship. I always questioned it. I thought, why are we still talking to this guy? I don't think I ever got a straight answer. And I still don't understand to this day. But I know that I don't have to understand to know that it's not easy cutting contact with abusive people. Especially when it was in person. This was the guy that abused her in pretty much every way. Emotionally, verbally, physically. He broke like 3 of her cell phones. He broke this really cool fountain that my sister used to have. He would throw things, make a mess, just leave it for her to clean up. The guy before this one only cheated on my sister, and that was the end of the story. He's the one that cut contact with her. But this guy, he refused to. Every time she tried breaking up with him, he would always say, "I'm gonna kill myself," or "I'm gonna kill someone else." There were things I've seen for myself, and there were things I didn't see. But my niece and nephew did when they were still in diapers. This guy choked my sister. This is what my sister told me. He was choking her, and my niece and nephew, their kids, they were watching and they were crying. I'm not gonna say any more about that. My sister is one of the people that Reitanna insulted. Now granted, Reitanna was talking about one person, but she might as well have said that anyone who falls for an abusive relationship, it's their fault and they deserve. I personally still don't understand why my sister kept this guy with us, but I would never, ever say that she deserved it because she fell for it. A couple of years ago, I unsubscribed Reitanna whenever... I've always been disturbed by the things she had to say. But the night I unsubscribed her, she said to somebody else, okay, so she made a DeviantArt journal talking about a murdered 3-year-old. The top half of the journal, she was talking about how horrible it was, yada yada yada, and then all of a sudden at the bottom half of the journal she uses the death of the 3-year-old to express her opinion about religion. She goes, hey God, if you want people to think you're bad, why don't you destroy us all, or something like that. And then somebody confronted her about this. Reitanna, she said, F Christians. Fuck people like you who choose to be blind to reality. Fuck Christians. I'm a Christian. I know I don't show that, and that's bad for a Christian to not be showing that you're Christian, but I am. Praise Jesus. But I don't even need to be in the same category as the people she insults to be sick to my stomach every single time. Because the way she talks about these things, it's always... there's just something about her that just scares the hell out of me. And it's not because she's trying to be scary, it's just... it's not because... oh my god. Oh. I'm gonna change that. Halloween's over. And it's not because she's trying to be tough, because she's not tough. It's because she's crazy. And recently, the last time I searched for her just to casually check up on her, I saw some things I didn't expect to see. There's been some rising drama between her and so many other people. There's lots of videos being made about her. And I watched these videos, these very, very detailed videos with screenshots and everything. And proof, concrete proof, that she did say and do these things. I binge watched this guy's videos, and the things he said, I could never have said better myself. And I can't believe he has the strength to talk about all of these things, everything that's wrong with her. And I'm so happy that somebody finally does, because I never did. I think he and these other people that have been calling her out have actually inspired me to come out and say something about her as well. And I know she's one person, and you know, she herself said that in a new video. I'm just one person. There are worse people out there. Yes, that may be true. Okay. Most murderers don't have what you have. Nearly 60,000 subscribers you can manipulate and spread hate, inspire to hate. I was one of those people once. I was like her once. I never threatened to kill anybody. No, I wasn't exactly like her, but I was bad enough. I used to admire her for being so, tough. And when I became like that for a while, to some of my fans, when I thought they said something stupid, and somebody even praised me and compared me to her once. No, two people did. I don't think I'll ever be able to listen to these the same way again. And it's a real shame because, you know, I thought this was a decent series, and I know she worked hard on this. I can't stay subscribed to her, but now, starting tonight, I can't even go back to her videos. I can't. The videos I used to like. So this guy recently made a video about her, and I watched it, and there's something new I found out. Most of this video is him talking about some of the things that other guy I mentioned talked about through his videos, but there was one new thing that I found out that just, made me sick. She almost killed somebody. She told a few people on Twitter that she almost killed somebody, and someone else said, on purpose? And she said, yeah, of course on purpose. And then they laughed about it. It's like around the end, right? Shit. I'm shaking so much I can't believe. I just got mixed feelings. I have pride because this is finally being dealt with in the way it should. Because I did have I was confused to why nobody talked about her like this before, and now that it's happening, I'm proud. I'm also angry with the things I've found out about her. Okay, there's the other guy. Watch his videos about Reitanna from start to finish. I dare you guys. If you're running out of things to listen to on YouTube, here is something. Just hours and hours of the things that are wrong with Monetization. I'm gonna leave links of videos that I found new information from and agree with. And this is another one of these videos. And I still need to find that screenshot. Hang on, I'm gonna do this first. These stories themselves aren't bad. Some of the elements in this series actually link to her. And this OC she made, she actually made just like her. And this isn't hers, but it's associated with her story. This as well. And that's it. I'm done. I am completely done with her. I'm not even gonna go back to her muffins videos. And it sucks. It sucks that she's like this. I need to find that screenshot. There it is. Yeah, she almost drowned someone. And she and her bestest friend, Coda, were laughing about it. I almost drowned someone when I was 10. Just, I don't know. Okay, maybe I need to listen to this video again, but there's just out of nowhere. I don't know the content. I don't know what made her say this to these people. Why would you say that? Like you're proud of it. I'm sure she can't be. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if she's proud of it or not. But I'm getting the impression that she is, because when somebody said LeMayo on purpose, like, it's funny. Of course on purpose. Is there a way to accidentally drown someone? Guess not. Laughing face. Lol. LOL. I literally put my hands on her head and pushed her underneath the surface and kept doing it, and she struggled. Yeah, that's... Lol, you were a dangerous 10-year-old. I know I said that one DeviantArt journal was the last straw, but this is the final straw. You can't just come out saying you almost killed somebody as a kid and then laugh about it. That is sick. That is sick. You don't do that. It's not only sick, it's disrespectful. She didn't say who it was or anything, but don't you think they would be scarred about that? It sticks to you. Nobody's tried to kill me yet, but I have almost been run over by a car when I was 5. I still remember how damn close that car was, and it wasn't the driver's, it was dark outside. Like a dummy, I ran in the middle of the road because kids like to run. It was nighttime. I was walking with my sister, and it's not my sister's fault either. She tried to stop me. And yeah, I still remember how close that car was. It didn't traumatize me, but it still kind of sticks to me in the back of my mind sometimes. I either would have been seriously hurt, I would have maybe been handicapped for the rest of my life, or I would have been dead in a drowning. Nobody held my head underwater, but I almost, just by myself, right before we moved here in this house, I almost drowned in my friend's pool. Yeah, everybody else went inside. I refused to go inside because I wasn't done swimming. Yep, I was being stubborn. I didn't want to go in yet. And soon I was all by myself outside my friend's apartment. And I did this thing where I tucked my elbows into my floaty. And yeah, I slipped. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. And it was actually only for a moment where I lost my floaty. I was able to grab onto it again, but it was scary. You know, I'm by myself. It's nighttime. Everybody else went inside. What would it feel like if somebody else was directly responsible for you almost drowning? Almost drowning with no one being to blame is bad enough. It's traumatic enough. This is not something to LOL about. Oh, another time I almost drowned. This was here, and I was with my ex-best friend. We were at this place called Worlds of Fun, but we were on the Oceans of Fun side of the amusement park. And we were in one of those wave pools without a floaty. I forget exactly what happened, but we didn't have a nose plug or goggles. We were able to get out of it. We didn't need any lifeguards to come and get us, but we did struggle quite a bit. I did swallow a little bit of water. It was pretty scary. This wasn't a real near-death experience. These stupid guys that were dressed, that had masks on, these creepy masks on, and they were running around our house, ding-dong ditching us, and peering in our windows with these masks, and I was scared for my life. They were only messing with us, but I was scared for my life. I was a little kid. Yeah, I hope they feel big, by the way. I hope they feel big. I hope they're happy that they made a 7-year-old cry. Yeah, don't do stuff like that. Yeah, killing people isn't a joke, but it is in this case, I guess. Not only did she admit that she almost killed somebody, she laughed about it, and she also always talks about how she wishes she could kill people. She also just wishes death upon people in general, whether she wants it to be by her hand or not. Like, she cheered on Twitter, she cheered for Donald Trump to die of COVID, and she voiced how upset she was when a 104-year-old woman recovered from COVID. She also said that anyone who doesn't wear a mask deserves to die of COVID. And even before COVID, some of her rant videos, she goes in graphic detail about how she wishes she can bash people's heads in. She wishes she can track down certain people and kill them and hurt them. And she is obsessed with this line from this song. She is obsessed about it that she quotes it all the damn time. She says, Apparently this line is, oh, maybe I should play God and shoot you myself. I'm tired of waiting. She is upset. She loves that line so much. We find these kinds of lines badass whenever, like for example, Scar saying, "Long live the king," before he kills Mufasa. And it's supposed to be sick in a thrilling way because it's fictional. It's fiction. That is the only time I admire lines like that. But I don't take lines like that and then transform it into something to make a religion over. Maybe I should play God and shoot you myself. I'm tired of waiting. She says that all the time, and it's freaking creepy. In general, she is just freaking creepy. She defines herself by these disorders, and I used to do that. I don't have any mental disorders, but I did have mood swings, likely caused by my medications, but I can't keep saying that anymore. Being angry and dramatic with people was an issue before I was diagnosed with, I was diagnosed with lupus, systemic lupus, in 2013. And I had to take these medications with side effects that included mood swings, extreme mood swings. And if that wasn't enough, the disease itself, my doctor actually had to warn my mom that the disease itself would make me in a bad mood. I wasn't the only lupus person she had to deal with. She was already prepared. Like, I was rude with this doctor. I was rude. I was so angry at everything. And she just brushes it off. My mom's like, why are you acting like this? And my doctor she shrugs it off. But anyway, yes. Lupus and my meds. Both apparently, just apparently, made me have these mood swings. This situation resulted in me losing my best friend back in 2014. 14 or 15, I forget. My best friend cut ties between us because I was being such a bitch. And I thought she didn't have the right to do that because I was taking meds. And you know what? She wasn't obligated to stick with me and deal with and let herself be abused like that. What started our fallout was she said she couldn't hang out with me because she has a bunch of homework and stuff she needed to do. And I asked her if maybe I could come over and help. And she goes, nah. And then shortly after that, I see her posting a picture of herself with another friend at the community center pool. And that's what started that. She lied to me to get away from me. And I yelled at her for that, and that's when she cut ties with me. And this makes me sick. I treated my other friends the way I treated her, and they didn't give up like she did. I'm so surprised they didn't leave me like my best friend did, because I was horrible to them. I was horrible to Kenna, also known as my first Rainbow Dash. I was mean to her. I was mean to Amber. I was mean to a guy we used to have called Sand. I was mean to Cry, and I think I was even mean I was even mean to Thaz. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Now, a few people did stop coming in the stream, probably because of me. But the guys I mentioned, oh yeah, Death Bear. Did I say Death Bear? All of those guys. I was mean to all of those guys. They had to put up with my crap. And my anger issues and my mood swings. I realized that it doesn't matter what possessed me to do these things and say these things. It doesn't matter. I still did them. I still hurt people. So I have to say sorry. I have to say sorry. Whether the blame goes to my medication or my disease, I still hurt people. My lupus and my meds aren't gonna make it better. They're not gonna come out and say sorry. They can't. They're things. I have to do it. Because I still caused pain. I still acted out these things and said these things. They came from my fingers on the keyboard, and they came from my mouth. In person. They still came from me. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, and Thaz and Amber, they both said, you don't have to say sorry, but I do. I made 2 of my friends, 2 of the people I mentioned, I made them cry, and it hurts me to remember that. It really does. And I feel guilty for that every time I talk to them. Every time I see them come in my stream today. And it hurt me even more when I looked deeper into this Reitanna thing, this Reitanna drama. I found a video of someone expressing their feelings toward this. They were telling their own story about abusive relationships. She was told that it was all her fault, and when she said that part, that's when she started crying. And she said, and to hear Ray say that this YouTuber's abuse was their fault crushes me inside, because that is exactly what my ex-boyfriend told me. And the way she said that broke my heart. And the way she cried broke my heart. Reitanna did that. She made someone think back on their bad experiences with that horrible thing that she said that she definitely shouldn't have. Yeah, I made fan art for her once. Way back in 2015. Now I have to add you to the list. The list of anytime they write a comment to someone who's being a douche, you know stuff's about to go down list. Reitanna is the first ranker so far. Even when I still supported her, I said, I'm a bit scared of talking with her. You rank number 5 on mine. Okay, they didn't really say anything that deserved, don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. Because by saying that, I'm talking to them like they're an idiot. I'm pretty sure I can find more examples of me being like this. Yeah, just being unnecessarily hostile towards people. I used to do that too. I mean, I can still get angry at people and be open about it, but not in the way Reitanna does it. Okay. The violent talk. I wish I could jump through the screen and bash your head in. I wish I could shoot you. I wish I could. And then she celebrates when people she doesn't like die. I don't do that to people I don't like. I never wish that someone I don't like dies or gets killed, no matter how bad they are. Yeah, I wish they could be put to justice, but death isn't justice. Murder isn't justice. Reitanna always talks about how she wishes people could die. And this guy shows quite a few examples. Mother Nature is gonna make things all better. I hope a bunch of people die from COVID. 'Cause I'm sick of evil, disgusting people. Yeah, she says hypocritical things like that all the time too. She is evil and disgusting. And I can't believe I used to admire her for expressing her dominance and how tough she is. Expressing her anger, her full-blown anger. I used to respect her for not holding back and telling people exactly how she feels. Sometimes you do need to tell people off, but sometimes she doesn't do it right. And she does it to people who barely do anything to her. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to talk about everything that's wrong with her and everything she's done, because pretty much 90% of it has already been addressed by this guy and this guy. And they know what they're talking about too. It's not just mindless ranting. They know what they're talking about, and they have the proof for it too. They got the screenshots, they got the video clips. Yep, she is way too comfortable with being this person that she doesn't believe is evil and disgusting. She says she hates evil and disgusting people, but she doesn't think she is evil and disgusting. And she definitely is. And I believed that even before I started saying these videos. I already believed it. don't get comfortable with being mean to people like I once did. Yeah, I'm still rude and mean to people, but like for example, just recently I was rude to somebody for not understanding something I said. I didn't respond like Reitanna would have. Like, oh, learn to read. This is a video of Rainbow saying pony ass. Somebody said, did she really say that? And I said, no, it comes from when she said, and the old and pony asked, I don't understand you. I'm answering the question you asked here, look at your comment. I already did, it's just that I didn't watch the part you said. I was telling you what she was actually saying. At this point, I wasn't angry. I was just kind of, huh? Like, huh? How did she not understand? No, she didn't say in the old and pony. And I linked her a video of the original scene of this, and then she actually said pony asked. And I said, dude, that's precisely what I said. That's where it comes from. Holy crap, this wasn't supposed to be difficult at all. No need to be rude, jeez. What? What is it, buddy? Are you bored? And yeah, they're right. There was no need to be rude. Yeah. I'm sorry. And I know when I used to use my medication I had for my lupus and the lupus itself as an excuse. And then slowly I stopped using them as excuses at all because I realized it doesn't matter if it wasn't my fault or not. I still hurt people. That's what I believe now. And now I can't even remember the last time I used that as an excuse. I think it was 4 years ago. 2016 was the last time I ever did that. There was another recent situation in which I've been mean. There was another person that used to frequently come to my join me's, my streams, and now she doesn't because she's not comfortable around me. There were things that she didn't understand. Very simple things too, but they weren't simple to her. I would get frustrated with her about that. But what frustrated me more is that she was also rude without realizing it, and she insulted me. She insulted people without realizing it. She would often make offensive jokes, and then when they really did offend someone, she would go, it was just a joke. And the last time she did that, I kicked her out of the stream. And then the next time I let her in, she said, you know what? I'm gone, bye. And the thing is, she has autism. I think it was autism. And I know I said it doesn't matter what possesses people to be mean. And that's the same case with her. And I had my reasons for being mad at her too, but when I apologized to her, all I said was, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for chasing you off. I didn't mean to make you feel unwelcome in the join me. You're free to come back. If you're ever mean again without realizing it, I'll calmly point it out. And she goes, okay. And I don't remember her saying sorry back, but I let it go. And yet she's done. Still, I think. Which I don't have a problem with. Because I think it's better this way anyway. I trained myself to say sorry without making excuses because, in my personal opinion, whenever an apology is followed by an excuse or a reason, it feels a little less like an apology. I know in some cases it's necessary to explain why you acted the way you did. I know in some cases it's still necessary, but usually it's not. To me. Sorry, I've just been having a really stressful time. When you're apologizing to someone for snapping because something happened to you, and you make it about you, it doesn't feel right. Because when you're apologizing, it's not about you, it's about the person you're apologizing to, and how they feel. Now, it's their turn. And just yesterday at work, I was driven to tears by yet another manager. And it wasn't just because I was refused this Christmas discount thing we get so we could go Christmas shopping with a 15% discount. The only reason I cried wasn't just because everyone got their thing and I didn't. It was the way he talked to me. He rolled his eyes, he yelled, and not yelled as in scolded, he yelled at me, and he cursed me out. Well, not cursed, not full-blown cursing, just, oh my god, that's what he said, oh my god. Yeah, he was fucking yelling at me, and yeah, like, guy, it hurts enough that everyone's getting their Christmas thing and I'm not. And it was because I was quarantined during some of the Black Friday days. And it wasn't self-quarantine either, it was mandatory. Walmart is the one that told me to go home because I had a stomach ache. Walmart was the reason I had to stay home. And he was yelling at me like it was my fault. And yep, I spent my entire lunch hour, which ended up being an hour and a half, bawling my eyes out and crying into my jacket over one of our break room tables. And somebody saw this and got me another manager to talk to. And it was so embarrassing I couldn't stop crying. And surprisingly, this was one of the managers that's usually mean to me. Like, this manager actually drove me to tears once, but she was nice to me. She brought me into another room with no people, said that I could bring my lunch with me and all of my stuff with me, and spend the rest of my lunch in there. But I couldn't eat my lunch. I completely lost my appetite. I was shaking so much, I was crying, and it was mostly because of the way the guy spoke to me. The way he yelled at me. It's something a little kid usually gets upset about, being yelled at, and sometimes not because of what they were yelled at about, it's because they were yelled at. And that made me think a little bit harder about communication. Well, I know still, to this day, I'm rude to people. I mean, who isn't? Who isn't sometimes rude to people? Some more than others, and more often than others. But rude is rude. Mean is mean. And I've probably made some of my followers cry without realizing it. I probably don't know. There's probably some instances I probably don't know about. I probably said something to someone and drove them to tears. And I hate that idea. I hate that idea. It's sad to hurt. And I hope whoever I hurt, I didn't hurt too much. 'Cause I know what it's like to be hurt. Even for stupid reasons. Yeah, I'm a sensitive person myself, and I know what it's like to be driven to tears, even if it's for stupid reasons. Like yesterday. And I actually had to tell my manager, the manager I was talking to, the thing with the card, the discount wasn't the main reason I was crying, it was the way he was talking to me. And yeah, the guy that yelled at me, they talked to him, and I guess apparently he didn't realize that he was yelling. Bullshit. Bullshit, man. He knew how he was treating me. He always talks to me like I'm stupid. And yesterday, I guess he had it with me. It's like, guy, I don't care how frustrated you are or how stupid you think I am. It's Christmas. And it hurts enough that everyone else is getting their thing and I'm not. Oh, and you're also giving me extra hours again. Extra hours that I don't even want. There's that too. I didn't say that to him, but I thought it in my head and wished I could say that to him. And then that very thought too made me realize, what if other people think that about me? Even though it's through words on a computer screen. Sometimes I still do talk to people like that. People who I think said something stupid. And I know what it's like to be thought of as a stupid person. At work. I don't know everything about everything like some people at Walmart want me to. A few managers and customers. I don't know where everything is in my store, and it's not my fault. I don't have the strength and motivation to find out everything about everything. And it's the same case with my followers and my updates. You know, my YouTube channel isn't their whole world. Sometimes it should be obvious, but this could be coming from someone who wasn't here when I posted these updates and such. They don't know everything about everything in my channel. But despite that, sometimes I get frustrated with these people because the answers that I think should be obvious aren't obvious to them. But sometimes that's not their fault. And they're not stupid. I know sometimes I miss something that should be obvious or something that's right in the description. It's not because I'm stupid. It's because I didn't see something. How I'm sometimes treated at work. maybe the 5 times I've been driven to tears so far. Those times also made me realize how that I should watch my behavior towards people, because even the smallest things that don't seem like a big deal could ruin somebody's entire day. And they'll probably remember it for the rest of their life. And it will disturb them for the rest of their life. I don't remember all of the times I've been yelled at or bullied, but some of them stuck to me. I can't look at a Chuck E. Cheese commercial without being reminded about these 2 girls that beat me up in a Chuck E. Cheese playground. I don't know anything about these girls or where they're at right now, but they have no idea what they did to me. I am uncomfortable talking about Chuck E. Cheese because they did something to me at a Chuck E. Cheese. They ruined that for me. Yeah, I've only told a few friends about this. Yeah, I didn't tell my mom. I didn't want to let her know that she took me to a Chuck E. Cheese just to get beaten up by these girls. I don't even remember anything else about that day at Chuck E. Cheese. Just those girls and what they did to me. I don't remember eating pizza. I don't remember having fun. And I know I did. I just don't remember those little bits of memories. I can't remember what the issue was. I think it was they were tired of me running around the playground. And they were telling me to move, and I said, well, no, you're not the boss of me. And they said, what grade are you in? And I said, I'm in 1st grade. And then they said, we're in 2nd grade. And then that's when they chase after me. And then, they scratched me, they hit me, and they beat me up. Yep, that was fantastic. And not only did that ruin my day, it ruined how I look at Chuck E. Cheese. Thinking about Chuck E. Cheese makes me uncomfortable just because of that day. When I think about some of these experiences, it makes me think about how I could be ruining people's days. And I wonder how many people remember some of the things I said to them. I might not remember what I said, but they probably do. And I can't imagine how many people Reitanna hurt, how many people Reitanna has made cry. You gotta watch yourself, especially when you're talking about sensitive subjects. Don't get so comfortable with... Not only is Reitanna comfortable about talking about sensitive subjects all the time on her Twitter and being sarcastic about them, she is very comfortable with being mean to people. It makes her feel good, and it's sick. And I know Reitanna is one person, but I don't know, it's just different with her. It's different. I've been watching her for years, and there's just something about her that disturbs the hell out of me. The more things I learn about her, the more sickening it is. And while it's true that there are worse people than her, it doesn't make her invisible. Saying that there are worse people than you doesn't make you invisible. You are still hurting people. You are still affecting people. And you are even inspiring people to be hateful. I used to be one of those people. And she also says she's not manipulative either. She is constantly manipulating people. This is a message to everyone. Watch yourself, because you don't know who you're affecting and how much you're affecting them. Yeah, I was also bullied in school. Bullies probably don't remember. The teachers probably don't remember, but I do. At 22 years old. Corbett, no! Those are my Christmas decorations. No! Yep, and I only covered like 20% of what's wrong with this girl. This 30-year-old girl. But like I said, the people that I've showed you, this guy that I subscribe to, Nothing Is Scary, and that other guy I just pulled up, I think they cover enough of her. And if you're curious, or if you're in the mood for juicy drama, go check them out. And brace yourself from what you're going to learn about her. Don't let other people influence how you communicate with people. Just do what you want to do. Feel how you want to feel. If it doesn't feel right to respond in this certain way, don't do it. And I know there are people that got upset when I called out this person for getting more attention than me, for tracing over my art and getting the most attention for it. When I brought attention to that, and I was kind of mean about it, people said, okay, I don't think this is okay. And yeah, in a way they're right. I mean, this person did deserve to get called out for tracing, but I probably didn't do it right, and I already explained in this video that I was aware. And it's okay that people are mad at me for it. I'm not gonna block them and lash out at them for not agreeing with me like Reitanna does. Because I understand why they're mad at me. Even one of my closest friends called me ignorant recently when the topic was brought up again. He called me ignorant. And that hurt a little bit, but anyways, I think I've said enough about this. And I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone who I've hurt. I apologize to anyone I've hurt who didn't necessarily deserve it. Yeah, sincerely. Because I too am a sensitive person. And that thing with the Chuck E. Cheese, I don't think those girls remember me. Maybe they would be sorry now if they remembered. But they'll probably never be sorry because they probably don't remember me. And that's sad. But if I don't remember you, and you were talking to me in 2014 and 15, and I said something horrible to you, in a way that was similar to how Reitanna would respond, I'm sorry. I think I myself have covered enough. I do feel a little better about this, and I don't think I'll ever make another video about Reitanna Seishin ever again, because I think enough damage is being done already. Okay, good night.